So in this question we have an area which is defined by these two inequalities. Y is greater than or equal to x squared plus 3 and x is greater than or equal to 1 over y. And we want to know which of the points we've been given lies within the area we just defined. So the simplest way to do this, not necessarily the quickest, but the simplest, is just going to be to plug in these values into these and see where the equation holds, or sorry, the inequality holds. There is a quicker way, which I'll show in a minute, but for now let's just have a look at that. So, for example, for A, x is minus 1, y is minus 6, so clearly y is not greater than or equal to x squared plus 1, because minus 6 is not greater than or equal to minus 1 squared plus 3, and so we can rule out A. Similarly, we can rule out B. We have a look at C, and it turns out that C holds, because 6 is greater than or equal to 1 plus 3, which is 4, and 1 is greater than or equal to 1/6. So C works, and we see that the answer is C. However, we can do this a lot quicker, as I said, because if we look at this first equation, so first inequality, we have that y is greater than or equal to x squared plus 3. And if we think about what this means, x squared must be greater than or equal to 0, because we've squared something, it can't be negative. And so we've got something greater than or equal to 0 plus 3, which means that y has got to be greater than 3. And so the only answer which works is C, where y is 6. So that's a lot quicker way of getting to the answer. We could also look at the graph. So this is the graph of x equals 1 over y, and this is x squared plus 3 equals y. And so the region we want is here. And so this could help us limit down the options a lot, because, for example, minus 1, minus 6 will lie somewhere down here, which is clearly not in the region. But we'd end up with a bit of a tie between these two, because it's hard to tell from the graph whether 2, 2 would lie in the region or not. So the quickest way to do it is going to be this method here.